Greetings, this is going to be an all 12 signs check-in for the week. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share, helps the channel grow. So I always start with Capricorn, so we're going to begin with Capricorn. This is going to be angel messages for Capricorn. Capricorn, there are miracles all around you this week. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's not personal. There is something here of Capricorn, you need to kind of withdraw your energy from something at this time, from someone at this time. It's not personal, but for you to manifest something new in your life, Spirit is wanting you to have more time alone with Spirit. So there's something here where Capricorn, you really need to guard your energy this week. You are also going to realize who is for you. Oh, I'm hearing, take time to realize, oh, I'm on your side. Okay, so that's Colby Kaye, realize, but I'm also even hearing the song, Do You Realize? Was that, oh my gosh, either Postal Service or Death Cab for Cutie? Do you realize? Do you realize? Oh, it's really going to bother me. So something along those lines, do you realize? It is a song, Do You Realize? Not just the Colby Kaye song. Capricorn. There is something here also in being more gratitude. So sometimes, Capricorn, if you're wanting something to change, Spirit says the thing doesn't need to change, you need to change. Gratitude has come out twice. Gratitude has come out twice. So gratitude is huge for you this week, Capricorn. The more that you are grateful, I know sometimes people can be like, oh, it's so cliche to just say, be more grateful. But it really is powerful, Capricorn, because there's always millions of people who have it worse than you. And yes, there may be millions of people who have it better than you, but again, there are always millions of people who have it worse than you. And Capricorn, you cannot be stuck if you are serving others. And so if you feel stuck, then that is your call to serve others. And if you start serving others, then you're going to quickly and rapidly see how things turn around for you in situations or scenarios where you may feel stuck. And there is something here, Capricorn, about needing to expand and needing to allow yourself to connect more to other communities and not be such a hermit. So for some of my Capricorns, there is an energy here of needing to get out, connect with others. This can be connecting with animals or connecting with nature if you really just don't want to connect with people. And there is a need here to find a sense of newfound enthusiasm in new groups, in new endeavors. And again, it's not personal, but there's something here where it's like needing to create the separation and allow people and things to go on their way, because there is a release for you, Capricorn. And if someone is releasing you, again, it's not personal, it's just their journey in life is sending them down a different road, down a different path. Now I'm hearing the yellow brick road, so something with that. I'm also hearing rocky road. Some of my Capricorns could like that flavor of ice cream. All right, tuning into Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius. Get back to serenity. Okay, so I'm hearing the song Serenity, Get Back to Serenity. I think it's by Virgo or it's by Enigma. It's either by Virgo or Enigma. So Aquarius, you are wanting to get back to serenity. You could be getting back to serenity in a relationship, in a union, or some of my Aquarians are finding a union. Also, the union, something about forming a union. So some of my Aquarians could be wanting to like form an alliance, a union against something, joining a union. Some of my Aquarians, you are getting to an understanding with your partner, or you're beginning to understand that you want someone to be your partner. So there is something here for my Aquarians that is getting worked out. There's something for my Aquarians that as you understand yourself better, you're able to find more unity and serenity and peace in your connections, Aquarius. There's also something here about getting back to playfulness. Anytime you feel like someone is projecting something at you or someone is claiming that you're projecting something at them, there's a need to get back to playfulness, and that will bring things back to a sense of serenity. There is also an energy here of needing to take things more lightly, not taking things so seriously. Why so serious, Aquarius? And needing to give yourself permission to also complete projects. When you hear the word project, it's like, okay, so project is coming through as like a dualistic energy here, right? Because it's like there can be projecting in a state of immaturity, but there can also be like, all right, I'm just going to alchemize that projection into working on an actual project and being playful with that thing, and then watching how it kind of buds and flowers. Every rose has its thorns, so I'm hearing that. You know, Aquarius, not every relationship, no relationship is perfect. There's always thorns, there's always there's always going to be things that kind of come up. There's something here, Aquarius, of becoming more mindful about your reactivity to things. Now I'm saying like lightning bolts, reaction, reactivity. So calming, wusa. Wusa is also a song by Jeremiah. So maybe that song, some wusa by Jeremiah, it's a good song. I'd listen to that song. It's a good one. But there is an energy of needing to zap the quick reactivity and to allow yourself to breathe, calm down, get back into a playful space where the energy is more malleable and more fluid, and allow yourself to respond rather than react, Aquarius. All right, after Aquarius is Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces. So Pisces. Pisces, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could have Capricorn in your chart. There is something here that you need to release. You need to let it go. Let it go, just let it be. Yeah, let you be you and I'll be me. So Let It Go by James Bay. Some of you guys could be listening to that song. That could be a song that could be really powerful for you during this time, Pisces. But there's something here where when you let something go, not only can you, there's like a community where you can share your letting go. For some of my Pisces, this could quite literally be, family member. This can be pets, but there is something, when we let go, it not only creates space for us to let something new in, let new love in, Pisces, but it also allows us to be vulnerable with the people in our space that can support us, and it allows us to share our emotions, and it allows us to gain new perspective about how other people in our lives have had to let go of things or release things, and to gain insight based off of how they have dealt with their release and their letting go of people, situations, and things. So Pisces, there's something here about expanding your life and expanding the depth of your life. And I don't know, it's just like how fulfilling your life can really be by giving yourself the gift of sharing with others about loss and about release, and in that finding more comfort, but also finding more delight. And so it's like grief from letting something go can actually be quickly transmuted into delight through deeper connection, through connecting with other people who have also experienced loss around the situation. There's something here in how sacred it is to share. So for some of my Pisces, there is a strong need for you to share and for you to give yourself permission to express your emotions, because there's something here with the I am enough card of not feeling worthy enough, so not feeling good enough, and just not feeling enough. And so for some of my Pisces, it's like you can really withhold your emotions, and you can be perhaps really quiet about sharing what you're really going through, or sharing, how difficult something is for you, or sharing these insecurities. And for some of my Pisces, you could perhaps be raised in a situation or raised by people, or just think your own conditioning, man, for me to share this would be me being weak. And Spirit's like, no, it's not you being weak at all. It's actually you being more powerful, and it's also allowing you to connect to more people and widen your scope. So for some of my Pisces, there's something here where your business will expand, your friend group will expand, everything will expand in your life by you actually being more vulnerable and sharing your insecurities, because it makes you more relatable, and it also allows you to connect with other people and connect to their insecurities, and then be like, oh wow, you also have that insecurity, or that's also difficult for you. And so there's something here, Pisces, in giving yourself the gift of growth through your vulnerabilities and through your insecurities, and sharing them with others, and then actually transmuting that into delight, which also transmutes that energy into more abundance. And so you get more abundance into your life by actually digging into the emotional root and kind of getting to that root and then sharing that root. So you have to get to the root first. All right, after Pisces is Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries. Woo, a lot. Aries, Spirit is wanting you to simplify your laugh. I was going to say, okay, so laughter is coming through here. Humor, connecting to humor. Aries, you can be connecting to love through humor, through simplifying things. There is a blessing that is coming into your life, so this could be a new child, a new pet, a new relationship, a new connection. Because of your integrity to yourself, you are getting this blessing. Now, also, this could be through simplifying things. So from some of my Aries, there's the need to just kind of simplify, I'm also hearing to get back to serenity, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. But there's something here about you've been operating from a place of integrity, and because of that, you're getting this blessing. Or for my Aries who are thinking about living for more integrity, if you do really get strict with yourself and operating from a place of more integrity, you will be bestowed this blessing. In Aries, there's a need here to balance your energy with others and with yourself. So you have magic. So this also was with Capricorn, so miracles and magic, and this is with blessings. So something could seem like magic to others, but it's not. It's just that when you operate from a place of integrity and you operate from your heart chakra and you really operate from that space, then that radiates out and you get that back, because we always get back what we're putting out. And so when people operate from a place of being insecure and not feeling enough, then they're going to have that mirrored back at them, for like Pisces energy. But if you're operating from a place of integrity and from love and from this place of just simplifying everything and knowing that love is actually all around, that is a movie. So there's something here, you know, and I'm also hearing Love is My Religion by Bob Marley. So there's something here where it's like, yeah, I've simplified my life. Love is my religion. Love is my place. You know, that is where I come from. You know, I always think of, you know, I'm Christian, and the fact of the definition of Christian is to be a follower of Jesus Christ. And so, you know, yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and that's just simplified. To me, that is simplified. And because I follow him in Christ consciousness, which is operating from the heart, which is love, you know, that's just how I connect to that. And if you read the definition of it, it's simple. It doesn't need to be more complex than that. So Aries, there's a need to just kind of like snip out all the extra, snip out all the people who try and complicate your life because their life is complicated, because they're committed to complications. And you're just like, nope, not my circus, not my monkeys. So Aries, not your circus, not your monkeys. Let yourself just stay in that heart space, in that heart chakra, and from that, the better it gets. So when things happen that cause me to feel good, I know that there's even more good coming my way because you allow yourself to embrace that good feeling. So it's like what you water grows, and what you starve out will starve out. So Aries, if you know you like what you're getting, then keep watering that. And if you don't like what's in your surrounding, then you need to kind of starve out and dry out those weeds and start watering new flowers. And there is an energy, Aries, of really making sure that you're balancing. The more that you're giving to others, that you're equally giving back to yourself in the same capacity, because you don't want to burn out. So after Aries is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Taurus. Again, guys, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. And this is over on the YouTube. Taurus, you've been patient for a while, or Spirit is wanting you to be patient. You also have simplify and humor. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or you could have Aries in your chart. There's something here in your life that you need to simplify. Yeah, maybe some of my Taurans need to simplify their expectations. For some of my Taurans, there could be stubbornness. No, really? With Taurus, stubborn? There's also something here about needing to be more willing to laugh, willing to simplify, willing to be patient with others, willing to release expectations and laugh instead of having an attachment to what you think something should be, or how you think something should look, or how you think someone should respond. There's a need to let go of the expectations and be willing to... Now I'm hearing the say love you. Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't, say you will, say you... Okay, is that like a vitamin C, or I don't know, that's like an old 90s song. Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't. For a lot of my Taurans, you are being told that you need to appreciate your body more. You need to return to your body. No, I'm hearing, is it Petey Pablo that asked the gyrate song? Ding da ding, make that ass gyrate. I don't know, some of my Taurans, you could be twerking. You need to take a twerk class. You need to twerk, you need to shake it up. I gotta shake you off, 'cause the lovin' ain't the same, and you keep on playing games like you know I'm here to stay. Okay, so Mariah Carey, Shake It Off. Some of my Taurans, you need to shake something off. You need to get back into your body. When you're stressed, you need to get into your body, dance it out. If you're a mom, just put on music, dance with your kids. If you're a wife, then put on music, dance with your husband. If you're fighting, like just be like, pause the fight for a dance break, and then see how the fight goes after that. You know, bring some humor, bring some movement. And Taurus, right now, there's something here of, I put one foot in front of the other, take one day at a time, until you find I'm not someone you can't live without. Until then. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. It's a country song. So some of my Taurans, you need to just like breathe in and breathe out and put on a country song. Listen to some good old 90s country. All right, after Taurus is Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Gemini. Gemini, you are wisening up about partnership. You are learning where you need to be more cooperative. You're learning where you need to be more tender with other people's hearts because of a tender something that's happening in your heart. So for some of my Geminis, there's something here that's making you become more tender within your heart. And as something is causing you to become more tender in your heart, you are gaining more wisdom. And as you're gaining more wisdom because of this tenderness in your heart, you are willing to be more cooperative in a partnership or in partnerships and kind of not be so selfish to this person. But your selfishness isn't even from a place of being intentionally selfish. It's from a place of self-preservation. So I'm not saying it in like any negative way when I say selfish, but for a lot of my Geminis, it's like you have this way that can come off to others, like your partner or your family or people around you, like you're being really selfish, when to you, you're just preserving yourself because of not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to be vulnerable, not feeling like it's okay or that it's like manly or seen as like ladylike to express or feel certain things. And for some of my Geminis, you're going through something that you just can't help it. It's like you're forced into your heart. You're forced into a tender space, whether this is having a child, whether this is losing a loved one or having a scare, a health scare. You know, there's something here that you've gone through this rites of passage. And as you've gone through this rites of passage, it is kind of slamming you, hammering you. So sledgehammer, hammer. Some of my Geminis, you could be hammering things. You could be working on things. You could be working on this relationship. But you could also be like working on things in the home. And in that, you're realizing the cooperation is necessary. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. For a lot of my Geminis, what you eat also really affects your mood or what you don't eat. So for some of my Geminis, you could be, you know, realizing, hey, I was just hangry because I hadn't eaten, or, you know, I was doing a juice fast or something and I really needed actual food, not just juice. So for some of my Geminis, there's something here in making sure that you are properly fueling yourself. Also, Gemini, you know, words cut like a knife, words cut deep. I was just reading Bible verses, and I don't know if I'm going to find it. There's one that was talking about how our word, oh, this is going to bother me. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongues of the wise will bring healing. That's Proverbs 12:18. So for some of my Geminis, you could be seeing 2s and 8s, or 111, or 3, because 12:18 is a 3 energy when you add it all up. But there is something here, Gemini, of making sure that you are not being so reckless with your tongue, that you are being very mindful of the words that come out of your mouth and pausing before you speak. For some of my Geminis, having a child or having an elderly parent or someone around in that vicinity is kind of making you realize, you know, now I'm hearing bite my tongue. Now that's also a Chris Brown song, bite my tongue. So maybe listen to that song, Bite My Tongue by Chris Brown. But for some of my Geminis, it's like you may be biting your tongue on something because once you say something, you can't take it back. You know, once it's said, it's said. And for some of my Geminis, it's like you may not realize. Now I'm hearing the do you realize? So that came through at the beginning. I think it was for Capricorn. It may have been Aquarius. Man, I want to know who sings that song. It's going to bother me. Do you realize? Someone, Gemini, could be like, do you realize like what you're saying when you say it, or do you realize how hurtful that is? Because there's definitely something here of needing to be more mindful of the words that you're saying, because, you know, words are S-P-E-L-L-S. That's why it's called spelling, because words and letters, yeah, are that. So it's like that alone is casting. So like being extra careful what you're thinking and what you're saying to others or about others, because it matters, it makes a difference. All right, after Gemini is Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer. Cancer, you just want to get away. Oh, get away. I'm gonna fly away, away, yeah, yeah. I want to get away. Okay, so some of my Cancers, you want to get away, you want to fly away. Some of my Cancers are wanting to it's like you're removing feelings of indifference or apathy or numbness, and you're dissolving the Great Wall of China or barriers within your own heart, and it's making you want to get out into nature, but it's also making you want to yearn for deeper connection to others or for an actual union. It's making you more willing to work with others, and it's like this dichotomy, because it's like you want to just be alone in nature, but in this peaceful place you're also like, but I really want to share this with someone. So it's like you want to share the peacefulness and the quietness and the serenity of like your getaway with someone. Some of my Cancers, you could be going on a getaway with someone, or you want to get away to go to someone, or you want to get away from someone. Yeah, I mean, literally, there's like this driving off into the sunset. So for some of my Cancers, you could be driving at night. You also, yeah, you need to recharge. Go out to a park, go out in nature. But again, it's like you want to recharge for some of my Cancers with someone. For some of my Cancers, you could be like a homebody who never really leaves the home, and you wonder like, why am I always feeling never recharged? Why am I always feeling depleted? And Spirit's like, because you need to get out of your living space and you need to get out into nature more. And also sun gazing could be really powerful for some of my Cancers. Please be careful with that. But you know, the first like 5 minutes when the sun is rising and the last 5 minutes when the sun is setting, I think, or maybe like 10 minutes is when it's like safe, but it's a really powerful process. Sun gazing during that time, watching the sun right on the horizon rise and come up. So for some of my Cancers, that could be really powerful for you. And for some of my Cancers, it's like you need to stop watching the clock so much, or kind of release the schedule, or allow yourself to stop being so attached to time. Like for some of my Cancers, you could feel like you're running out of time. There's something here about the quality of time. You could feel like you don't have enough time. You also could be kind of getting caught up in the rat race of life where everything has like a time schedule, and you need to kind of recharge out of that and stop being a human doing and start being a human being, and you need to prioritize more time just being for some of my Cancers. All right, after Cancer is Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo. Leo, music is really powerful for you. It is transforming you. It's transforming your relationships. I'm also hearing dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a natural delight. So some of my Leos, you could be dancing in the moonlight, or someone wants to dance in the moonlight with you, or you want to dance in the moonlight with someone. When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, it's amore. So I'm hearing that song, Amore. Oh my gosh. Frank Sinatra. So we got some Frank Sinatra going on for my Leos. Some of you guys could be looking quite snazzy, dressing up in a suit and tie. Now I'm hearing that song by Justin Timberlake. I'll be on my suit and tie. So suit and tie. I can't wait to get you. So Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake, Dancing in the Moonlight by Top Loaders, or Amore by Frank Sinatra, coming through for Leo. Big song energy. I would check out all those songs for you guys. You also need to be patient for something. For some of my Leos, you could be expecting, or someone around you is expecting, and they need to be more patient with you, and this is what is going to bring more harmony, not just to you, but to the whole connection. And also, I Am Light. I Am Light by, I think it's India or Aria, Aria. I Am Light. I would type in that song, because there's something here for some of my, I am not. It's just a really empowering song, because for some of my Leos, you could feel like you or your partner is always like, your partner maybe complaining about certain things, but your partner's only complaining to you because they're insecure, and then you take it personally, and then you feel even more insecure, and then it's like, there could be some friction for some of my Leos, and the core piece of all of it is both parties not feeling good enough for the other person. And it's like, if you realized that you're only fighting or in this place of stickiness because of you wanting to be your best for the other person, and you having this like perfectionism quality and feeling like you're not good enough for your partner, then it's like you guys could just like exhale back into a place of harmony so easily and realize, man, we're only fighting because we're wanting the same result, we're wanting the same thing, but it's like, I'm frustrated with you because I don't even feel like I'm doing good enough here, and I know I'm complaining that you're not doing this, but it's also like I'm complaining that you're not doing this because I'm not even doing that for myself. So I'm frustrated because I'm not even capable of doing that for myself, because clearly I'm not doing it for myself because I'm wanting you to do it for me, and by wanting you to do it for me when I'm not even doing it for myself is just unfair. And you know, it's like expectations that I have for you that I'm not even adhering my own self to. So it's kind of like the whole how dare you point out the speck in your neighbor's eye and refuse to acknowledge the log in your own, kind of Bible verse kind of thing, Leo. So there's something here with that as well. All right, after Leo is Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Virgo. I'm hearing No Guidance by Drake and Chris Brown. I don't play no games around, put my last name. Ooh, know you're tired of the same damn thing. Oh, I'm hearing you got it, girl, you got it. So for some of my Virgos, you could look at someone and be like, ooh, you got it, girl. You also want to get back to serenity. You are also willing to go the mile because you're mine, I walk the line. I'm hearing that, walk the line. So for some of my Virgos, you could be wanting to walk the line to get back to someone. I'm also hearing, oh my gosh, what's the beginning of it? Is it What's New? What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So some of my Virgos, someone here could be like a cat, have a cat-like quality to them. Purr. Someone can make you purr. You want to make someone else purr. Ooh, getting steamy in here. Yeah, for some of my Virgos, you have faith in connecting back with someone. For some of my Virgos, there's this like third-party energy. It's like not being able to make a decision, or it's like, hey, why don't we all get together? I'm not into that. But for some of my Virgos, if you're into poly, I guess, I don't know, maybe something like that. Some of my Virgos are playing the field here. Yeah, for some of my Virgos, it's like you could be really adventurous. You're going on new adventures, you're traveling a lot, but Spirit is telling you that you really need to be cautious about what your intentions are, and you need to get clear about what your intentions are and understand that everything that we do has repercussion to it and consequences to it. So it's like really getting clear about what your intentions are when you're connecting with people and when you're on these new adventures, and making sure that you're communicating your intentions from the start, and that you're not deceiving anything or anyone, or you're not misleading anyone or anything. And also, if you feel like someone else is misleading you and their intentions aren't clear to you, then Virgo, making sure that you communicate to them and say, you know, like, hey, I'm just wanting to make sure we're on the same page. Like, what is it that you're, like, what are your intentions? These are my intentions. You know, just getting that out on the table can really clear a lot of things up. For some of my Virgos, you could be, I'm seeing, well, I'm hearing somebody once told me the world is good. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb thing. Hey now, you're an all-star. So I was seeing the all-star shoes. Oh my gosh, Converse? Wow. I'm seeing like red Converse. So some of you guys could be like getting out your old Converse again. Some of you guys could be getting a new pair of Converse. Some of you guys could be being an all-star. You have a platform, you're getting more notoriety this week. Something is building, something is growing, and as that happens, you're going to have more eyes on you, so you do have to be really clear about what your intentions are when you're connecting with new people. Make sure that you're not leading people on. Make sure that your partner feels safe and loved if you have a partner, or if you're wanting to choose a partner, make sure that you're being very intentional with, you know, the dating process, I guess. And for some of my Virgos, you could be getting like a new bag, a new purse, You need to get a new bag, a new purse, man purse, satchel, whatever you want to call it, laptop bag, hiking bag, a bag to carry like your pet in or something. There's something here with like a bag or a backpack. Dora the Explorer, you could be exploring, you could be going to new countries, new places, new faces. Now I'm hearing Love Faces by Trey Songz. Love Face. Ooh. That's a good one. It's a good one. So maybe some of my Virgos, you making some love faces, or you're making somebody make some love faces for some of my Virgos. All right, after Virgo is Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Libra. Libra, you need to communicate something to heal something. But the first person that you need to communicate to, Libra, is a deceased grandparent that has been trying to call you. I'm hearing the song 911 by Wyclef, and I think it's Mary J. Blige and Wyclef. Yeah, I listened to that R&B song, 911. Is this the love that my mama used to warn me about? If this is the love that my mom used to warn me about, man, I'm in trouble. I'm in real big trouble. So for some of my Libras, it's like you could be really falling for someone, or someone is really falling for you, but when you're holding me like this, I'm done, lost in your touch. I'm completely defenseless, baby. It's almost too much. I'm helplessly, hopelessly, recklessly falling in love. Okay, so for some of my Libras, you could be helplessly, hopelessly, recklessly falling in love. First, you got to fall in love with yourself. So for some of my Libras, you could be falling in love with yourself. And as you fall more in love with yourself, you could be falling in love with a friend. But you say I'm just a friend. But you say I'm just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. So some of my Libras, someone's got what you need, or you got what they need. I'm hearing, can you feel the love tonight? So there's some like lion energy, lioness energy. We definitely have some Simba and Nala going on for some of my Libras. Flowers can be really powerful for you. Obviously, we all know the Miley song, Flowers. I can buy myself flowers. So for some of my Libras, maybe you need to buy yourself some flowers. Mountains are here, sunshine. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. So you're learning to bring your own sunshine into cloudy moments. You're also learning to not take things too personally, Libra. You're learning how to have better self-care. And as a result of caring better for yourself and communicating better to yourself and listening to your angels, ancestors, and guides, or listening to God and spending more time with that God-light energy, or if you just adhere to nature and you see the sun as God, you know, because there's something here of like speaking to the sun, meditating on the sun, basking in the sun energy, and as you heal something within yourself with your own communication, you're going to communicate to someone else and you're going to heal a connection in your life. Libra, there's also something here about returning to your body and healing in the body and getting focused. So to bring more balance into the health of your body. I'm also hearing picture perfect. Focus, so like camera, focusing on a camera. Some of my Libras, you could be taking pictures, you could be getting pictures done, something here with photography, with cameras, also yin and yang, also dark and light, black and white. So it's like you're seeing both sides of every coin. You're also realizing like when you get irritated with someone else, it's like, okay, where am I like projecting my own irritation? Like, what is it that I can address in this, and why am I putting on such heavy expectations of somebody else when I don't even know what they're dealing with, I don't even know what's going on in their life. Maybe if someone's ignoring you, it's because they're balancing and healing their own life, and so instead of you communicating to them and being upset and trying to like pull into them, it's like, why don't you just be like, maybe they're not talking to me because they're balancing themselves and they're working on themselves and they're healing something in their life, and I should go and see that as a sign as I need to do the same thing. I need to return to my healing process. I need to return to my body. And now I'm hearing, move your body, girl, makes the fellas. So you need to move your body. So for some of my Libras, it's like getting back in the gym, getting back to action. All right, after Libra is Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio. not taking all those because like the whole deck came out. For some of my Scorpios, you could be birthing something new. From chicks to hens. So something is hatching. We do have a restaurant called Hatch around here, so for some of my Scorpios, you could like that. Boom! I like that. I like that. Girl, work that back. So, I got that boom, boom that you want, watching me all night long. Hurry up before it's gone. Oh, is that Britney Spears? I think it might be Britney Spears. For some of my Scorpios, you could be locked in the house. You need to get out more. For some of my Scorpios, you've really been working on your faith. You've been focused on your faith. Yeah, you're surrendering to your faith. Oh, I like this. You're like in this total surrender. For a lot of my Scorpios, you're in this very feminine, receptive energy. You have total faith in love. You have total faith in surrender. We have light at the bottom. I mean, we literally have love and light. So for some of my Scorpios, like some people could be like rubbed the wrong way by your love and light energy, but it's like, it's because you're genuinely in this place of like surrender. You're like, and this is how it should be. Really how it should be. And yes, I'm shoulding on you. Because when we try and control things, when we try and control and we try and play God, that's when things go haywire, Scorpio. That's just like a human thing, though, to try and control a situation. However, when humans are able to totally release control of a situation, Scorpio, and they allow themselves to release and have full faith in the divine, full faith in the light, full faith, and they hand it completely over, that's when they receive tenfold. And so for some of my Scorpios, you're in this really beautiful energy of like, wow, I get it. And because I've surrendered and I'm not in control and I'm not trying to control my love life, I'm not trying to control, my responsibilities, I'm just like going with the flow and I'm staying present. I'm staying present and I'm taking action in every moment. I'm not just doing nothing. I'm not just a waif on the sideline, but I'm living consciously from my heart. So kind of like Aries energy, very much in the heart and radiating from the heart. And because of that, you receive tenfold in this energy. And yeah, it can rub people the wrong way, but it's like, how are people going to be rubbed the wrong way? We have expressing love and gratitude. It's like, you express and you give and you radiate love and you radiate a sense of gratitude, and because of that, that's what you get back. And anyone who's upset by that is only upset by that because they're still trying to control, and they're in this like fear-mongering place of like, I'm trying to control and trying to hoard, and like, how dare you get all these blessings because you live genuinely and authentically from your heart and you surrender and you don't try and control and you let God have control and you let him do his job and you do your job, which is to listen to him, not trying to control things, but to listen to him and then do what he says, and that's when blessings come in. So, lessons on blessings on blessings. I look at my life and that's lessons on lessons on lessons. And Scorpio, you've learned the lessons here. So it's like, how are people going to be upset about you receiving the fruits of your labor and your hard-earned lessons? You earned it. It's safe to say you earned it. All right, after Scorpio is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart. For some of my Sagittarians, you need to be of integrity and forgive somebody, or you need to ask for somebody's forgiveness, and then you'll be bestowed a blessing and abundance upon you. For some of my Sages, what's keeping you from receiving the next blessing or the next layer of abundance or the next getting to that next tax bracket of abundance is not being open and not operating enough from integrity to forgive someone or to ask for somebody's forgiveness from you so that you can have peace and bestow peace in a situation. So for some of my Sages, it's like there could be someone here that you're not talking to, or there's something here that ended sour, and Spirit is saying it's time to open up. I'm hearing that song. It's by Imagine Dragons. It's just, all I'm hearing is it's time. I'm like, I know what the song says. It's time. It's time. Da-da. Oh, it's gonna bother me. I even think that time is in the title of the song. I know it is. Imagine Dragons, the song that has time in the title. Look it up. Imagine Dragons, time, lyrics. Yeah. now I'm hearing on top of the world. So for some of my Sages, it's like you will feel like you're on top of the world by having forgiveness with this person, with this place, with this thing. This is all about wisening up, smartening up. Ash and soot, chimney sweep. You know, in that song from Mary Poppins, chimney, a sweep is as happy as a sweep can be. So for some of my Sages, you could have been like the bish worker, like someone's bish, or someone else could be like your bish. There could have been like a boss. There's like something with authority here, Sagittarius. So there could have been some like bad fallout with authority, with an authority figure, with someone who has authority, and there's a need to like forgive them. And remember, Sag, that forgiveness is never like tolerating or condoning a behavior. You forgive so that that space in your heart can be free to receive a blessing, to receive more abundance. So Sag, all that really needs to happen here is get to a place of integrity, have deep-rooted forgiveness, and be open to that forgiveness, and be open to the integrity of that forgiveness so that you can free up that space in your heart and you can let new blessings in, new abundance in, new love in. And Sagittarius, the better it gets. Aries got this too. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know that there are so much more good feeling things coming my way, because the better it gets, I keep rising up whenever I acknowledge the good. So it's like what you water grows, and what you don't water will die. So for some of my Sages, it's like someone could have not seen the value in someone in the past perhaps wasn't giving someone enough flowers, wasn't giving someone enough accolades, or wasn't like loving on them enough, and they were operating out of integrity a little bit. But it's like, it's not intentional. It's like oftentimes when people aren't giving us what we need in a connection and what we desire in that connection, and we're like, yeah, they're operating from out of integrity, it's like, well, they're not even giving themselves that love. They're not even operating in integrity to themselves. So it's like, how could someone be of integrity to you and operate in integrity to you when they're out of integrity with their own selves and their own value and their own truth? So someone here is kind of getting back into alignment, back into integrity with themselves, and through that they're forgiving themselves through the process of, man, I completely abandoned myself, I completely abandoned my values, I completely abandoned all of that, and in doing that I also abandoned the person that I loved most, I also abandoned that dream career, I also abandoned that place. And it's like gaining the wisdom and the integrity and wisening up to that and being open to that revelation can bring a blessing back and can bestow something again. So, all right, I love you guys, and if you'd like a personal reading, hit me up.